There is no separate existence at all. That is what he says as samadhi.
It is merged.
It is not actually merging. Actually, one alone is. One alone is. But the passing flow of thoughts, they have created several centers within our mind. That is why we are not able to live in this moment fully, totally, openly. Because one or the other background influences are continuously bombarding us. While doing one thing, only few lines, some stop, powerful memory has connected. Oh, my wife has told that, my brother has told this, one payment I have to collect, this I have to do, for my son I have to go. Waiting karmas. We have not tasted the real who lives here. Why should an interference happen here? Why innocence is lost? Up to certain age in schools, just like Rakshasas we used to play, no? Everyone, forgetting the surroundings, shouting this and that, merged, no? By and by, what happened? And as old age approaches, what happens? Lot of weariness, heavy load of weight, because waiting inward persons are all talking too much inside. How to go? Because never ever tasted what is a moment, what is a total moment, what is actually acting, what is living, how is life, how life should be taken. Who lives? We don't know. Thoughts rule inside.
Why this interference of this?
So many influences.
Yes, is it because of the karma effect or
karma only?
They are preventing us from retaining our own.
Yes. Karma only.
Because of the vasana effect.
Yeah, vasana effect only. Complete vasanas. See why they call this.
Though I am interested to do certain thing, but I am not permitted by my thoughts, or somehow I am getting disturbed.
Oh yeah.
That is because of that.
Who else you can blame? You tell me. No, your own thoughts.
Yes.
See, everything is converted into thoughts, and they are all nothing but.
Why that thoughts are coming at that particular time only?
It is you yourself have said that.
I cannot blame anybody.
You cannot be. Here no one can blame anyone. That is how our life is going on here. Here, if you somewhere, if you aesthetically.
You said all of a sudden one bad experience comes to my mind.
That's all. This moment is lost. However beautifully you organized some work to be done, that is taken away by that memory. That bad experience immediately.
Why that comes only at that particular time?
That is how they rule actually. They rule. Here only karma, we have to know so many aspects of it. Actually, it is a science, beautiful science. First, it is a fact-finding mission, sir. Somewhere some murder or dacoity has taken place. Some inspector comes to the spot. How does he carry out his work? Can he be taken by all persons, whatever their versions? If one person says, "Sir, I saw the person, he is the next door person only has committed this crime." Can he simply take his words? Can he simply take so many persons will say so many things? Can he attend to all those things? He has to discard everything at all. He has to keep blank mind, open mind. Just like a child for a first time have a feel of a new toy with an open mind. You shouldn't come to any preconceived opinions, conclusions, and nobody's influence should be taken. But at the same time, everything has to be entertained. But they should not be taken seriously. Everything should be there. Everything should be there. In all angles, everything should be there. But they should not rule him. They should not cover his eyes in the probe. Isn't it? In the same way here also, all the influences will come. That is why, see, dhyana is a very vital part, sir. Slowly and slowly, if you are very sincere enough, very honest enough, because if you know what your thought is or what your mind is or what is that the inner instrument, how it works, why it works at all, who is actually the worker behind it. If you are honestly interested, things will fall in line, sir. And it is not a morning and evening affair alone. It is a 24 hours, because the very purpose of this embodiment is that purpose only. Why are we born? Really to know what is godliness. You understand, Narasimharaju? Why are we born? To know who is born. Because in that root, everything is, because the last class I told, no, the very ruling of our mind is how our consciousness works. How does it work? Always motivated, always wishful, always desiring one or the other thing. If only I get this, if only I get this now itself, if only things happen immediately, if only delay is avoided. Anything and everything it wants immediate. Now, always this background is motivated by one or the other desire. Ichcha, Sakti, they say. The three Shaktis they rule the very consciousness. Even for investigation, to know about me also, Ichcha Shakti should drive. But this should be a serious desire. What Buddha says, no? How a person should be to probe into what is real spirituality, or how to inquire upon himself, what his state should be is just like a person whose head is caught in fire, who is carrying fire in his head. He will only search for water, how to put up the fire and how to survive. That will be his motive. No? Similarly, one who is deadly serious, J. Krishnamurti, very great Mahan, very great Mahan. He, throughout the world, he attained enlightenment at the age of 29th year. He was brought out as a messiah, as a great teacher of the world by Theosophical Society, by Annie Besant, Madam Annie Besant, the previous, and Ledbetter. They are all very clairvoyant Siddha Purushas. They themselves are Siddha Purushas, because on the way are all only, see, if you are a serious seeker, earnest seeker about the truth, about yourself. Sir, I have to say yourself. Actually, self is one only. Your thoughts are same, your feelings are same, like what I feel also. Self is same in every head and every body. But unless we ourselves have to take the interest and sincerity in turning within. So, after attaining enlightenment, he started taking classes. He dismantled the very organization they have brought about. See, as of 2010, the contribution throughout the world, Madam Annie Besant and Ledbetter and Blavatsky and those Theosophical Society persons, great seekers, They have all brought for Theosophical Society for crores and crores of wealth, because they thought he will become a great teacher, he will probably, but he was a master, he was a class master by himself. But he, at the day of pronouncement of that he is going to be our teacher, when they put him on the dais and asked him to announce that he is a teacher, he said, truth has no concrete path, truth has no one unidirectional way, truth has to be found within, not through buildings, not through cathedrals, not bringing donations. A person has to quietly sit and do like an artwork. If you want to draw a picture, sir, how will you do drawing? Will you jump this side and that side and do drawing? Spirituality is the way. This is to be very, very gracefully, it has to be lived through. These people started collecting money, and crores of money, and lands, estates have come into that. He said, give back everything to everyone. Return. It doesn't need any buildings. Only a sincere, honest souls are needed here. Panting hearts who wants to know what is what, as if caught in fire. The same way. That is the only way, sir. No other way here. There is no other method. Buildings cannot do anything. Donations cannot do anything. But because it is a serious affair, one man affair. And throughout 65 years he lived, up to 91 years he lived. He was going on. He never charged anyone, nothing, sir. Very simple man. Very, very simple man. He sought anonymity. He shunned all popularism and everything. When he comes to Adayar, he will walk in that side roads for kilometers, the beaches, alone. Very great teacher. So, when he used to say, take classes, he will say, are you deadly serious in, are you deadly interested in attending these classes? Like that he will ask. If you are not interested, better you also go, I will also go, like that he will say. Because he is always serious. He will say, God is playfully serious. You have to note that word. He is serious, but playfully serious. By experiences, he is going on giving blows to everyone. If I am unconscious about it, if I am not taking note of any of the experience, what happens? Again it will come in a bigger way, the blow. Isn't it? It is happening, no? Meticulously he was teaching, very beautifully he was teaching, guiding all the people. So all these great masters, great seers, whoever they were, our Adi Shankaracharya, Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, all Vedic rishis, Upanishads were all given by great souls. They are all saints. They have never talked about Vishnu, they have never talked about any particular person. Their names are not known, sir. Their names are not known. All are pakka science, full of scientific truths only. So here, what happens? Only the place. Place again represents a doer of that activity. Even spirituality, the seeker. Seeker and the seen. Object seen. He is investigator. He is investigating. What does he investigate? The very investigation is observed into. That is dhyana level. When it becomes one. How in an investigation, how it happens for a murder or a dacoity, how it happens? Night and day it will work behind his consciousness. He will not relax himself at all, the true inspector or investigator. While eating, while even sleeping, somewhere some clue, some sight he has seen in that place. Everything will go on giving him some or the other things. And he will be going on inquiring, calling for several persons. And slowly, if the whole map will come into the picture, it will set pakka, and they will say, and it will match with the guilt, the accused. Isn't it? That is how it happens, no? The same way. Here also, so many karmic registrations, past memories, everything is marching ahead of us. We are driven, we are influenced. Here, these people for dhyana, they give, but they are side by side, they are mentioning, take the investigation throughout day and night about you within. Investigate the investigator. Doubt the doubter. Actually, what happens now? Incidentally, as a byproduct, our morning to night, so several roles we are holding now, everything will be carried out beautifully in this process. If you saw Kabir's life, what was he? He was what is it? Handicraft weaver. He continued doing his job. Jesus, they say, was a carpenter. He continued doing. He was a shepherd. He was continued doing. What is Krishna? By birth he was a king. For childhood or all, he was doing all. Cowboy, shepherd, playfully. Right way of living is being spiritual always 24 hours, 365 days. The inquiry is going on. Side by side, what happens is you are the perfect king. When you do carry out your karma as a king, you are the perfect king. If you are a businessman, you are the correct businessman. Because the search is authentic. Because when you are probing the main role, sir, who is born? Does it not include all other roles? You may be incidentally a father of 2 sons. You have so many brothers, big family. You may be a businessman or you may be a pauper also. But does it not cover all the roles in you? You may be a courteous or discourteous husband. You cannot be a discourteous husband at all. You cannot be an arrogant person at all. Because when the flowering happens within, it doesn't happen partially. When the eyes open, the inner eyes, when they open, it doesn't open partially. Because when the main role is probed into, that role only assumes through thoughts many roles, right? See what people think, no? What will happen? Maybe I have to run out of family. What is actually family? By role, one person is called father. I am his son. By role, another person is called mother. And what is that role actually? Everything is a name. A amount of feeling actually configured into that relationship. Is it not true? If I say my business, what is it? I had invested my money. It should get this much of amount in return. Are they not thoughts? Are they not the workings of the same thoughts for particular roles, for particular configuration? Do you get this? When you are really probing yourself, who first of all this Narasimha, who this individual is? Does it not include the son relation? Does it not include a fatherliness? Does it not include a businessman? Does it not include the complete society? Because where else the society, sir? All our my thoughts are only society, sir. If I am living in this Janya Gardenia with such a status here in this area, is it not the value I have placed it within my consciousness about it? So where else I have the control? Is the building control myself? Does the building control myself? No. It is I actually getting involved with all commitments within. Nothing from outside is influencing us. It is our own influences actually influencing the society. There is nothing called as society. There is nothing called as family. If at all I relate properly with her, then it cannot be a family, right? Isn't it? So when I am probing authentically who the very individual, the center of all the roles, that is what is spirituality. Because we are probing the very spirit. What is spirit? Which doesn't have a form, but which is assuming so many roles, which is assuming so many forms. Where else can family stay? So it stays within me only. So if my track is right, if my way of living is right, the approach, the direction, the investigation is properly directed, how can my mundane activities, day-to-day activities, will go in a wrong way? Do you get this point? That is why I said last class also. Because the very spiritual seeking is also a desire only. But for that, what does it seek? It wants jnana. About what? About so many roles already I am holding, the center is holding. First of all, I am through dhyana, what I am trying to get jnana. Jnana of what? About the very self, which is assuming so many roles for the society, so many roles for the family, so many roles for the business. These are all various angles of seeing, looking at me, no? Is it not right? Suppose if his son or daughter, as soon as he reaches home, if they come and ask, Daddy, I want tomorrow that one, I want to go for a trip, will he not start looking from her angle, what does actually she wants? Who actually gets into her mind? What is she asking? Is it necessary? If he wants to look after her welfare, her coming up, how he immediately steps into her mind and looks at whether it is a genuine one or ingenuine one. When already is in the right track of probing himself, will it not reveal everyone here? You get this point? When I am looking at my thoughts, one particular feeling has come and it is continuously influencing me. I am seeing it in toto within me, in all angles. Will it not reveal the same kind what even somebody approaches with the same kind of feeling to me? Will it not reveal everything? When I really find actually thoughts are nothing but influences, they are coming from behind and they are passing here and they are projecting for some future. It is going on like this, coming in revolutions. If I find this truth and slowly I am getting disconnected from it, I am now, the very disconnecting process is the proper way of handling the thoughts. Is it not right? Do you get this?
No, I will get that.
Sir,
Thoughts come,
sir, when you are involved in something, you are already lost, right? There is no center to gauge it, right? Whether it is right or wrong, right or wrong. Suppose if you have the capacity to observe it, it is. I will give you a physical explanation. This KHP road, full of traffic. You don't know. You are caught in your bike somewhere. You have to reach Pushpanjali. You are 2 kilometers behind Pushpanjali. Not even a walker, a pedestrian cannot walk through. That is the state, sir. Now, within the traffic, Can you find out what is the problem for this traffic? You cannot find it out. No? You cannot. Suppose you are about 500 feet above. You have about a 50-story building. You are working somewhere on the top. From there you are able to look at exactly Pushpanjali Theatre location where you found one water lorry got punctured, crisscross. That is the problem.